India is building its first manufacturing zone dedicated entirely to telecom, and in under, by the way, 2 weeks, it has already pulled in 5,500 crores in commitments. And well, talking about commitments, I'm pretty sure you're committed to the idea of liking, sharing and subscribing, as it truly motivates us on front page, keeps us going with all of that gusto. Thank you so much for your kind support. And now, back to the details. Now, Tuesday's investor meet in Mumbai, co-chaired by Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia and Madhya Pradesh CM Mohan Yadav, drew nearly 18 telecom ecosystem companies and secured 2,000 crore rupees in fresh proposals. It is expected to generate close to 4,000 jobs. Now, that builds on 3,500 crore rupees and 14,000 projected jobs from last week's inaugural roundtable in New Delhi. Now, this takes the running total to 5,500 crore rupees against a stated government target of more than 10,000 crore rupees. Now, add up the jobs and the picture gets clearer as well. Now, the Delhi and Mumbai roundtables together are projecting more than 18,000 jobs, not just, well, crores on a slide. The zone sits on a 170-acre plug-and-play industrial cluster in Gwalior, designed to house the entire telecom value chain in one place. Now, a second phase is already on the table with 400 to 500 more acres lined up. Now, the research and development, manufacturing, testing, semiconductors, optical fiber, telecom equipment and next-gen 5G and 6G technology, all of it is going to be under one roof. Now, the zone itself was formally launched on the 30th of July when the MOU between the centre and Madhya Pradesh was signed. Now, phase 1 alone is expected to house 27 testing laboratories and security certification facilities. It is structured as a centre-state partnership through a dedicated special purpose vehicle with the Department of Telecommunications and Madhya Pradesh government. Now, under their MOU, the union government is fully funding phase 1 at 493 crore rupees, while the state has handed over roughly 170 acres of land, free of cost by the way, plus additional investor incentives. Now, Scindia has pitched Gwalior on its central location, connectivity, industrial base, skilled talent and competitive costs. Yes, we can never forget that. He was also, by the way, pointing to the upcoming Agra-Gwalior Greenfield Expressway that will cut Delhi NCR travel time. His framing leaned on, and I quote, "Make in India, make for the world," end quote. And of course, a push to shift India from a services-led to a product-led telecom economy. That's wonderful to hear that everyone, including the politicians and the leadership, is starting to actually lean towards that thought process. Anyway, on the interest side of things, the Department of Telecommunications has named Qualcomm, Ericsson, Nokia, NTT Data, TCS and Tech Mahindra as companies exploring investment or support center opportunities in the zone. Meanwhile, Bharti Airtel, Reliance Jio and Vodafone Idea have all said they'll encourage their vendor ecosystems to look at manufacturing and supply chain options there. Now, the interest list runs wider than the 6 names DOT put out officially. Foxconn, Dixon Technologies, Sterlite Technologies, Polycab India, Geo Platforms and even Bank of America were also present at the Mumbai round of talks. Scindia also used the platform to invite global investors to October's India Mobile Congress in New Delhi. And here, of course, is the front page take. Now, this, we believe, is one of the more credible manufacturing zone pitches India has put out in quite some time. Now, the funding is not just in talks phase. The real money is already committed on both the center and the state side. And building the entire value chain into a single 170-acre cluster solves the coordination problem that has demolished similar industrial clusters elsewhere. But then there's a number that explains why this zone matters beyond the headline figures. Minister of State Chandrasekhar Pemisani has pointed out that only about 20% of the components inside a phone made in India are actually manufactured here. And that's the real gap a full value chain cluster like this is trying to close. Not just the assembly line, by the way. Now, what actually matters from here is whether the interest from the conglomerates converts into signed manufacturing capital. Please do let us know. What are your thoughts in the comments below? This is, ladies and gentlemen, Front Page by the AM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.